Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you my melon farm. It's a very simple melon farm and it uses just one of this brand new a new block that we have, which is the observer block. So how this works is I'm going to speed up the process of all these growing by placing them by myself. Alright, so like this. So see, right now nothing is happening. That is because the observer block hasn't been updated yet. So instead of making one observer block for every single line or one observer block for every single melon so that it detects when it's gonna grow, how this works is that there's only one melon that has to grow, which is this one right here. And if I actually delete this one, and hopefully in a few seconds it will grow. In a few seconds, hopefully. I am gonna place it myself. There we go. Everything kind of falls right down. Now, there, as you can see, there is a little bit of loss, and I don't know why this one did not activate. They should have. It's always a little problem. It was working a few seconds ago. Okay, let's do this. And I accidentally broke. Yeah, that thing. Okay. Alright. So it's very simple, but there is some loss to it, as you can see. But you will get them back as soon as it goes like that again. You see? So it's not. There's always a loss with every melon farm ever to be created. The only reason why this one loses it that much is because it's using one tick pulse. Which is, but you can change that to be a 2-tick pulse, just like this, and then it would go a little bit slower. But still, I don't think it's enough. Or rather, let's crunk it all the way up. You will still have some loss, but it's a very simple design. And like and no, I don't think there's any design out there that will actually keep all the melons. But this is a farm, remember, so you can expand this. How wide do you want it to be, or how tall do you want it to be? It doesn't really matter. But remember, it's a farm, so even if you lose a few, let's see how much. You see, I think I picked up all the ones that I lost, which was 34. So let's see how many I have down here. We have a whole stack and 12. So even if you lose half a stack every single time, remember that this is a farm, and you will gather and gather more and more and more and more, as long as you keep it working all the time. So to build this, I'm actually going to use pick block to grab the farmland. This is a new thing. I think this is a secret feature. I'm gonna pick block all these blocks. I gotta love the pick block. Right, so the only thing you need is a sticky piston, some repeaters. Depends. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how much do you need, because it kind of depends on how high do you want it to go. So yeah, depends on you. Of course, we need an observer block. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab my block, the dirt, now the farmland. I'm gonna build it exactly at the same level, like this, and I'm gonna make it the same, actually. So you can do this how wide. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it 9 wide. So how you're gonna start is you're gonna start by planting your melon seeds. So you're gonna plant your melon seeds until you have a pattern like this. And for this one, actually, it's better to put another block so that it has. So if this one grows, this one can grow over here. It's very simple. All right. So in the back, we're gonna come to wherever you didn't place your seeds, and you're gonna go one block behind it, and you're gonna put normal pistons right on these blocks like this. Then right after we've done that, we're gonna get some glass, or you can use any block that you want, but I'm going to use glass, yellow stained glass, and I'm just gonna block it off like this. So this is for so that it doesn't drop back here, which will cause you to lose more blocks, even more blocks. So if they drop over here and they stay over here, the next time it activates, it will actually push them off. So it is important that you don't let them fall anywhere else. So right after that, we're gonna come right behind it, and we're gonna do a line of this, whatever this is called. Yeah, redstone. Alright, so after that, you're gonna grab your observer block. In this case, I'm gonna need to put an extra one over here, and you're gonna put an observer block right here, and then you're gonna grab and you're gonna do like an L shape in the block wherever that you choose, and then you're just gonna go like an L shape connecting to the back of this redstone line. You're gonna go 1, 2, and you're gonna delete this block. You're gonna put either a normal piston with sand on top or a sticky piston with a block on top, and then a repeater set to 4 ticks. I think that's what I decided to change it here to. Doesn't really matter if this is like this, or you see I had a little bit different over here. It doesn't really matter how you can do it. You can figure it out your own way if you want. Alright, so right after that, a little problem that's gonna happen sometimes, and that is that sometimes this, instead of growing this way, what's gonna happen is gonna grow this way. And the way that you can fix it, you can fix that so it doesn't happen anymore, is if you actually make this a little bit longer, and you disconnect you make this a little bit longer, so you have one of these here, and then one of the melon seeds here, and then the dirt, and then you're gonna build this like this, and same thing, do an L shape, and then just connect it up, doing monostable circuit, and then a repeater. This block is not needed, set to 4 ticks, block, and that. In fact, I'm gonna leave it like this because this would be the most efficient way of doing this. Alright, so after we're done that, you're gonna build the next layer right on top of this one. So you're gonna follow the same strategy. You're gonna put all the rows first, then your seeds, and actually I have to change this one, then your stained glass, and then your normal pistons in between the melon seeds, then stained glass again, and then right on top of these blocks down here, you're gonna put all your redstone in a line. So very simple, very, very simple. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back over here to this one. You're gonna come one after that last piston, or if it's in this case, you see here's a piston and then here's a block, there is no piston on, you can just already put the repeater in that same block. But in my case, I have my farm ends here, so I'd have to add a block, the repeater on its face, and then we go up like this and we connect it to the next layer. Then from here we do the same thing, we put a block and then we connect it up to the same layer, to the next layer. But we haven't built the next layer yet, so we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna get our dirt, we're gonna farm it, then we're gonna get our stained glass or any block, like I said, any block that you want. Then you're gonna put your seeds, there we go, and then your pistons like that, and then row of blocks behind those pistons. Actually first the stained glass so we don't forget, and then we just get a line, and you do this all the way as high as you want. But I would consider the height of it to not be too tall, or else you're gonna have the whole thing like going up to the end of the world, and it's just gonna lag you a lot. So just, you know, make it reasonably high, and if you want, you can even copy this on the other side and kind of have like a dual, like have another one somewhere around here, like this one. This one is actually different. It uses a hopper clock, but basically it's the same thing. You know, you build one here and then you build the other one here, and you can have it like that. You can do the same thing for this one. So right after we've done with that layer, we're gonna add the water. To add the water, I used this method right here. I'm using slabs. So what do is I put a slab underneath this one, and then a slab on top, and in this case a slab right here, and then I put my water bucket like this. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side, like this. Actually, like so. And then you're gonna put your block. And then the same thing. Again, do like an L shape like this. Or like an O, I guess. And then just come down here, put a slab, delete that one, this, and delete any unnecessary blocks. And then you can kind of play around it however you want. And here I did this. Oh. Woo. Yeah, definitely do not want that to happen. Okay, but you kind of play around with design. You do whatever you want with it. Doesn't really matter. The first one is always gonna be a little bit weird. Like this one is not completely perfect. I changed it a little bit, but the other ones should be exactly the same as the first one. And then for the collection system, all you're gonna do is you're gonna come down to the last layer, the first one that you built. You're gonna get 2 blocks like this. You're gonna go one back, then you're gonna go one down, and then you're gonna build a layer like this. A thing that you have to keep in mind is that water only goes 8 blocks. So if you're gonna make this bigger, what you're gonna have to do is place 8 of these, then in one that you know that for sure is not going to so let's say this one were to keep longer, like this, right? So you're gonna put a slab and then the next block of water. And then all you have to do is connect it up to a chest, using a hopper. Hopper. Here it is. There we go. So everything now that falls in here will fall into this hopper. Now if you have ice, or rather packed ice, you might as well put it so it's a bit faster, but if not, just use regular blocks. I would not recommend using ice because it will kind of, if you put too many torches down, it will mess up your thing. But other than that, all you have to do now is grab whatever glass you want. I would recommend glass because I like seeing the inside working. Like this, and you cover everything. Every single little block that you can find, you should top it off. So that nothing escapes. At least from the ones that you're losing already. So might as well cover everything. All of this. like that. And now, if we give it a test, if we manually get one of these, now growing over here, and we just kind of put a few like this. Now whenever this one grows, everything drops. And when this one grows again, if you've lost something, well, unless it's here, it's kind of dropped there, you can't do anything about it. But if it's on the block, like that one, whenever this one grows again, you will get them back. So let's see the loss on this one. There's nothing else, right? So in this turn I lost 11 and I gained 12. So, well, no, I don't think it's 12. It should be more than that. Are they stuck? Oh yeah, they are. Here you do have to use ice. Oops, oopsie doopsie. There's always something that goes wrong. So let me grab one more. 49. There we go. So we lost 11 and we gained 49. But the only issue with that is that you are going to need an ice over down there. I forgot. It's very, very simple though. There we go. Here we have ice. On professionalism level 100%. But yeah, you get the point. It should have worked without the ice because they're getting pushed. But I guess what they're missing is a little bit of momentum. So yeah, you are going to need a little bit of ice. This would have worked if you had packed ice. If you do packed ice down here, would be perfect. But I think with ice just on that block, they should, and I repeat, they should work. So we're gonna test it right now real quick. Just make sure that everything is working before I end this video. Let's do this one more time. But you can see that the design of this is very, very simple, and I don't think it's that much. It doesn't use that many resources. I still don't know the crafting recipe for this one. Yeah, you can see they're falling through. And you have to use a slab. I know what you're thinking. You say, no, well, they fell over there. Why don't I use a sign instead? What is gonna happen is they're gonna fall right like this one did, and they're gonna stay right on that ice block. And what's gonna happen is that the other ones that are coming over from this side are gonna get grouped. And once they're grouped, that means that everything is gonna stay there. So you have to use a slab. And I would also recommend, so that this doesn't happen, to use a sand block and a normal piston. This will always work no matter what, even if this thing tries to break it. Oh, and also you're gonna have to yeah, you're gonna need you're gonna need to be able to delete this one also. So you are going to need to do this too. Of course, this would be the extension. This wasn't really planned. Let's see, just... And this one, yes, this one you are going to lose, but it doesn't matter, because remember, this is a farm. So let's just quickly put a normal piston right here, and all you have to do is the same thing you did over here. So grab another piston, normal piston, sand, block, repeater set to whatever text you like, doesn't really matter, and then a block in its face. Alright, so whenever something grows, this one you will lose. for sure, but all of this you're going to gain, so it's not that much of a loss. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. To recap, basically all you have to do is get the farm first, farm the land, or get farmland, then put your seeds, put your pistons, the stained glass in between, and the row of redstone dust behind it, and then connect it up with a repeater, going like in a zigzag formation like that, as high as you want, as wide as you want. If the redstone kind of fades away, all you have to do is put a repeater. If you're gonna make this to be 30 blocks, all you have to do is the same thing right here at zigzag, and then whenever this in between the pistons, you're gonna put a repeater like that, so it goes another 15 blocks. So that's all you have to do to extend it. And always remember to do this side right here, and get an extra block of an extra seed of melons. This one you're going to lose, but it doesn't matter. Or you can, if you want it, you can build it here so that it goes into that, but it doesn't really matter. Put a sticky piston next to it so that it deletes it, and connect it to this same observer block. And actually the recipe for the observer block should be inside this crafting table, so let's see how expensive it is. And it's not that expensive, but you still need a nether quartz, 2 pieces of redstone, and 6 cobblestone. So it's not that expensive, but you only need 1. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed.